Good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to GAVRA Racing F1 2019 Super League. And if y'all couldn't tell, I was a little confused on the intro there because if y'all haven't figured it out, it just occurred to me that I am not Toby. I'm not the one that usually does the intro, so yeah, definitely a little bit off there. Yeah, so here tonight to torture your eardrums is Jukebox All Alone, and I hope y'all are as excited as I am for this Super League at the Mexico GP. It is going to be absolutely fantastic. I'm sitting here looking at the track map, and it looks like the drivers are going to be in for some very tricky turns tonight. And everyone that popped into the chat as soon as we started, thank you so much. Quazim, Natty G, I see y'all in there. Good to see you in the chat. Hope y'all are doing good. And we've already got a fan cheering for Play Dutchy. We have Jordy in the chat cheering for him, which of course we all know Play Dutchy is going to do absolutely fantastic. He always does. And so currently we are on Bob. Let me move my camera around just a little bit here. There we go. We're going to put our camera on Gavranovic himself because he does do a lot of work for the community. Y'all can't imagine the time he spends updating the website and keeping track of all of y'all drivers. Believe me, it is a lot of work. I only keep track of 2 races of everyone, and it is a lot of the time most of the time more than I can do. So anyway, let's get on to this map. It is the Mexico GP, 4.3 kilometers or 2.67 miles with 17 turns. Like I said earlier, most of those turns do not look, I guess they are going to be fun for the drivers, but they're going to be very stressful for me tonight. Okay, so Jordy says he is Holland Camps. All right. So yeah, now you are in the Premier League, I believe. I could be wrong. Like I said, I try to keep up with most of y'all the best I can, but it is difficult. As always, race time is the official race time. 15-minute qualifying, accompanied by a 45-minute race. And as always with GAVRA Racing, we have interesting weather. We don't care for the sunshine all the time. We like to keep it mixed up, so the drivers always have dynamic weather in the F1 2019. So it should make things quite interesting, though I have a feeling, and I really do hope, the sun is going to stay out and we'll have a very nice blistering track for these drivers to cook their tires on tonight. And yep, there we go. As a quick reminder, last week's podium was Adam Green with the win. It's Jax took second, 1 shot 2 down in third, and the viewers nominated MQD as driver of the day. And we have Peter. I'm going to butcher your whole name if I try to say the whole thing, so I'm just going to say Peter. I mean, no offense. He's already trying to tell Play Dutchy he needs to get his butt on down the track a little bit faster, which, let's see, how is he doing? He's in third at the moment, so he's hauling ass. Okay, all right, Holland. So you're in the freshman league. See, I like I said, I try to keep track of most of y'all. And let's see, let's go ahead and we'll get that on off of there. We'll get the track title up there, and we'll start having a little bit of a look at what the drivers are putting down for qualifying. So far, Adam Grin is up in the lead. Let's go up there to him. And yeah, if y'all can't tell, this is how much it confuses me sometimes when I don't have Toby. I'm trying to start talking about drivers and going over what the drivers are doing on track, and I have not covered their points. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to move my camera down here to my man Crazy 1990, and we're going to see how he tackles the track while we go over the drivers' points. Yep, there's that box. And if I can remember which one of these other ones it is. Oh, there it is. That is why I have it color-coded, you'd think I could remember the colors. Jukebox, it's the big green bar. That is your driver slideshow. So in the lead, of course, we have Play Dutchie with 200 points. Oh, there we go. Don Rajib with 125 points, though I think my slideshow might have malfunctioned there and I missed someone. It's Jax with 97. Yes, my slideshow has definitely decided to go all out of order here. Very interesting. When your software does not cooperate. Yeah, everybody in the chat is rooting for everybody out on track at the moment too. And let's see, we'll get back up here to somebody. Let's put it on JoJo. JoJo Power never disappoints. He's been having one hell of a season. We've got Kobayashi with 48 points. We'll just have to see how my driver slideshow with the points keeps behaving here. It appears it is missing a lot of the drivers. There is a very good possibility I tried to load a little too much in here tonight. Alright, so we've got Before You Die with 23, Gavranovic 20, yep, Tunturi with 4, Deadly Jason 3, Crazy 2, Toby with 2, Bob with 1, Daza 2, see, it's all out of order. Guillotine rounds out the bottom of the field, and so now that I have successfully embarrassed myself with my failed slideshow, I've got that right every week. I think I had only one other time before I actually really messed that one up there. So after this race I will have to go have a nice talk with myself in the mirror. So anyway, we'll do it this way. We'll just concentrate more on the drivers, and we'll pretend I did not mess that up. Y'all remember, I did not mess that up. Y'all didn't see it. It's off the screen. It's gone. Alright, so Kebab's coming into the pit. He's running a 117 at the moment. As always, these drivers are really stacking up. Let's go all the way up here to the top. I'll try not to make y'all sick with too much camera movement. Yeah, everybody in the chat is talking about most of the F1. Let's see, Natty G reading your comment now, so y'all excuse me while I be quiet. Y'all know I can't walk and chew gum, and that also means talk and read. Natty G, I need to go back and look. I believe Napula was right there in the top of the running, and when Crazy replaced him in this, it really mixed up the top of the board. I may actually pull up, we still have 8 minutes, so here in just a minute I'm probably going to pull up the website and take a look, and I'll just give y'all a verbal rundown, since I didn't mess that slideshow up. I just didn't like it tonight. That's what we're going to go with. Currently running the fastest lap is Adam Grin with 1:15. Followed by Don Rajib, also 1:15. Only 8/10 separating those two drivers. It's Jax is in third with a 1:16.5. Play Dutchie right there on top of It's Jax, also with a 1:16.6 in fourth. Yarrow's coming on into the pit. He has a 1:16.6 as well. Like I said, these drivers really are. Oh crap, I've just looked all the way down to the bottom of the field. We literally have a stack of drivers here tonight. It's like all the drivers took a great chance of having the break week and put in a lot of practice tonight, so this is going to be an amazing race. Kobayashi, a 1:16. JoJo Power in 7th, a 1:17. ESH in 8th, a 1:17. There's only 4 100ths separating those two drivers. Crazy only 3/10 off of ESH in 9th with a 1:17. Kebab 1:17 in 10th. Guillotine in 11th with a 1:17. Guillotine, I think, is definitely going to be looking to score some points on this race. I believe we have this and 2 more races left. And then there will be the Gold Crown Championship for all of the F1 2019 leagues, so y'all keep an eye out for that. Met Boy in 13th with a 117. Before You Die, a 118. Tunturi, 118. Deadly Jason in 16th, a 118. Daza, 119. Gavra Novik, the man himself, 119. And Black Country Mush, who I believe is a stand-in, and I have to say I'm thrilled to have him in the Super League. He puts on a great show, though he usually does talk to me in the chat, so I'm a little let down, but I do get the honor of covering him, so that makes it. So as you can see, these drivers are really stacking up on top of each other. So we're gonna go on here. We're gonna climb on top of Piero's car. He's got a good lap time, so we should not mess him up too bad. And while we're on top of his car, y'all just give me just a minute, and I will get. I'm gonna go to the website here and do a quick verbal rundown of the points. Because I want to, not because I messed up the slideshow. I just feel like doing it this way. And if y'all believe that, please talk to me. I have some oceanfront property in Tennessee. I would love to sell it. It's fantastic. It sits on top of a mountain. It overlooks the Pacific Ocean. It's great. Alright, so our standings are as follows. Play Dutchie is in first with 200 points. Adam Grin is right behind him with 153. In second, Piero's third with 151. Fourth is Don Rashid with 125. Fifth is Napula with 121. Sixth is It's Jax with 97. Seventh is One Shot Two Down with 67. Eighth is JoJo Power with 60. Ninth is Kobayashi with 48. 10th is ESSH with 47. As you can see, these drivers are very close in points. Like I said, it's close to the end too. We're going to have a huge runoff. Drivers have got a lot to gain or lose, especially with just a few races left. 11th is MQD with 41. 12th is Met Boy with 27. 13th is Before You Die with 23. 14th is Gavra Novik with 20. 15th is Tunturi with 4. 16th is Deadly Jason with 3. 17th is Crazy 1990 with 2. 18th is Toby0603, not to be confused with Toby, my co-commentator. 19th is Daza with 2. 20th is Kebab with 1, and Guillotine is bringing up the bottom, and I really want to see Guillotine. Everybody cheer on for Guillotine tonight. I really want to see him get some points on the board. He has drove his ass off this entire season, and don't let his points be a reflection on his driving ability. I think he does a fantastic job. These cars are just very unforgiving, and well, it's just not like Project Cars, where if we wreck our car, we have a chance to get back to the pit. They just don't get that here. Oh, no, see, there you go. I guess I don't need Black Country Mush. Natty G just reminded me that I've got him to keep me company. Oh, is it cut? Yeah, there is going to be a Gavra Cup podcast. I believe they are working on it, getting the bugs worked out, so I'll keep an eye out on that. And if y'all caught the very beginning, you'll notice that I did change out the big driver scorecards. We have experienced a massive growth in the last couple of weeks, and unfortunately my ability to keep up with those and to make all the new ones for, I believe, the 4 or maybe 5 new leagues that we just got started, I just was not able to stay on top of it, so I had to do a little improvising, and while they're not quite as glamorous, I think they'll get the job done until next season, until I can get us a few more upgrades in place for a few things. But if you were watching that, y'all were not seeing things. You did, in fact, see that registration is open for the GAVRA Racing iRacing League. So if you're interested in that, definitely join the Discord channel and just hit up SIG, or actually all you have to do is post on there that you joined up and you are interested in racing in the iRacing League, and believe me, the administrators will be all on top of it. It's going to be fantastic. SIG is working on a great lineup for everyone to do. They are putting a lot of planning and a lot of work into it. Like I said, GAVRA Racing is an experience. We've got a huge growth going on at the moment, which is one reason I can't keep up with some of this stuff. Oh, yep, looks like we had a little, we'll call that rubber swapping. And no, that did not sound right, as I realized as soon as I said it. Alright, Natty G, so what are you thinking here? I'm seeing most of these drivers putting their times down on the soft tires with only play Dutchy and before you die, choosing the mediums at the moment. This could get very, very interesting, I think. I just do not see the soft tires lasting very long at the start of this thing. I believe, if I can remember correctly, which we all know I do not do most of the time. Let's go down here to before you die. We're still out on track. I believe the soft tires usually only tend to make it about 10 to 14 laps at the best. This being the Mexico GP, I anticipate this track is, like I said earlier, it's going to be just absolutely smoldering, especially this time of year. So I would imagine that the soft tires will blister and you'll get a couple of good laps in, but then the surface is just going to blister and you're going to have a hard time on them and really degrade the tires very soon. Alright, yep, and yeah, Natty G is saying, okay. Yeah, I think he usually does. I'm going to let everybody in the chat read what Natty G just said on that, because I don't want to give too much away about the drivers' pit stop strategies, because some of the drivers do watch. But I definitely agree with Natty G that most of the drivers we are going to see on a 2 pit stop strategy. And hopefully they'll keep me on my toes, as they always do, right at the end. So y'all stay tuned for that. Y'all might see me fall flat on my face because I don't have Toby here to help me keep track of who wins. So that is going to be very, very interesting. Alright, Natty G says, okay, soft's about 11. I have to admit, that's a little bit more than I thought. Liam, how you doing? It's good to see you in the chat, man. I hope you're ready for this race. I think, like I said earlier, they've got this race and 2 more, so all the drivers, blah, if I can get anything out of my mouth, have a lot on the line. So we are looking at, wow, it's Jax will start in front. Adam Grin second. One Shot, Two Down third. JoJo Power fourth. ESH in fifth. 6th is Don Rajib. 7th, Play Dutchy. 8th, Piero. 9th is Kobayashi. 10th is Kebab. 11th is Guillotine. 12th is Black Country Mush. Way to go, Black Country Mush. 13th is my man Crazy. 14th is Before You Die. 15th is Gavranover, the man himself. 16th is Met Boy. 17th is Tunturi. And 18th was my guy, Daza. Daza also races in the GT3s on Friday, so y'all make sure you tune in for that. Cypher Knight and Dutch Muso cover the GT3 races on Project Cars. They do an amazing job. I know. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all tune in and watch Daza. I will be racing in it. Don't watch me. Watch one of the guys that are actually good. Alright, so we're waiting on all the drivers to get loaded in, and we will have a formation lap. So that sounds like I need to get a quick swallow of water. Oh yeah, Natty G, I believe so. It looks like turn 1 is going to be like 3 or 4 wide. It's going to be super intense. Yeah, so y'all give me 1 second while the drivers get their pit strategy sorted. I'm going to grab a swallow of water so I can actually keep up with these drivers at the start. It's going to take a really long time. So we've got everyone out getting their tires warm. Good chance to get a quick one last feel for the track here. And let's see, y'all have to bear with me. I hate throwing this thing up on the screen, but I'm gonna do it to y'all anyway. You just like close your right eye and focus on the timings, and you won't see the little ugly little spectator menu that I just put up there. So I do want to get y'all a little bit of telemetry. And let's see. We're going to go for interval. And for the start of the race, we pretty much know everybody's going to be... where's the tires? Yeah, everybody for the most part. Oh, no, we do have quite a few drivers on medium. So we're going to see some very interesting pit stops then. This is going to make for one hell of a finish, but I don't want it on the tires or stops. We're going to put it on position changes for the first part of the race and see just how many positions these drivers move up and down the track. As Natty G pointed out, these first couple turns are gonna be absolutely intense. So let me get that on off of there. And once again, while they're still going around the track, we will be starting with Natty G in first, Adam Grin second, One Shot Two Down third, JoJo Power in fourth, ESH in 5th, Don Rajib 6th, Leducci in 7th, Piero in 8th, Kobayashi in 9th, and Kebab rounds out our top 10. And I'm going to go back up to the leader because he has got to his starting position. It does look a little bit cloudy out there, but it is Mexico. They're not known for a whole lot of rain. Oh, we've got 2, 3. Now it's got me sitting here. Oh, it didn't show us the last 2, but the drivers are off with Adam Grimm making a hell of a start, getting by It's Jax. JoJo Power also making a great start there, getting by ESH and everyone else. It's Jax is holding on to second. Oh, there's my camera guy finally moving along. How are they going to come into... Oh, the grid is so wide here. As Natty G predicted, these cars are 3-4 wide through the first couple of turns. Adam Grin was really lucky to get himself out into the front, and since he has, we've got to go back down here towards the middle of the pack. Oh, as we do have a lot of carnage there going on in the back, but we're not going to focus on that. We are going to focus on the drivers. Yeah, but we did have a few drivers. We had a good bit of carnage there. Oh, we do have the virtual safety car out. Yeah, we had, I believe that was about turn 2 there, or turn 3, got really nasty for some of the drivers. Yeah, that was... The amount of drivers that actually managed to get through there was absolutely incredible. And I just saw in the background for just a quick second, I'd almost swear I saw one car in the air. I definitely did see a lot of parts flying though. Oh, it looks like, okay, we have lost, it looks like it may have crashed out Kebab, which is very unfortunate. He's been doing a really good job. And I'm seeing in the chat too from Xavier. Yeah, it looks like JoJo unfortunately also got tied up into that. Yeah, a lot of the drivers are managing to get on through the pit. Looks like the virtual safety car is off the track though. And so the race is back on. We've got Before You Die making up a massive 6 positions along the line. Where is Guillotine? I am rooting very strong for Guillotine tonight. He's holding on to a great 7th. Guillotine, do great. Keep it steady. Don't crash out, man. I'm trying to get everybody to root for you. I want to see you get on the board with something. As you, like I said earlier, you have been driving your ass off this season. And so, yeah, sorry about the really fast camera movement, y'all. I don't have the other camera box in the corner to help keep y'all entertained, so y'all will have to suffer by with just me. Adam Grin's still out in front, doing a fantastic job. He's got himself a little bit of a lead. He can take it a little easy. It's Jax is in second. He's trying to keep up with Adam Grin. He's got a really good shot at doing it. Don Rajib has been having one hell of a season. He is going to be right on top of it. It's Jax before long. Really putting the pressure on. Oh no, I may be mistaken, because Don Rajib and ESH they are teammates, but they are also very strong rivals. And right behind them, if y'all can't tell, we have Play Dutchy and Piero, both strong rivals, but great drivers, and they work good together. So this is actually really impressive to see. Third and fourth is one team, fifth and sixth is another team. They work great together. When it gets to the end of the race, it's no holds barred. They will work off of each other. Both of these teams will. I've seen them do it through the whole season. As we can see, Play Dutchy and ESH side by side coming through there. They need to be careful, because they've got Guillotine, who once again I'm rooting for, in seventh. He's right there behind them. But he really, just from my point of view, if he holds tight, holds steady to where he is, does not get involved with these freaking aliens that are in third, fourth, fifth, and sixth at the moment, he'll do really good. He has a little bit of a lead. He's got a 5-second lead in front of Black Country Mush. So yeah, Guillotine just needs to keep the right foot down and keep it constant, and he'll be looking great. Let's get on back down here. We know where these drivers are doing. I'm going to keep an eye on their times and their intervals, see how close they are. But farther down the pack, we've got Gavranovic only half a second off of Black Country Mush. If Black Country Mush messes up and lets Gavranovic get a run on him, then it's going to be over with. Gavranovic will go right by him. As yet, we see Gavranovic closing the gap. Gavranovic is under massive pressure from Deadly Jason, though, at the moment. Oh, he has really closed that gap on Black Country Mush. He's fixing to be looking to make the move. I do not think Gavranovic is paying Deadly Jason any attention in his rearview mirror. Of course, why would you pay the guy in the rearview mirror any attention? He's behind you. You want to focus on that guy right there in front of you. And there we have Gavranovic making the move down the inside. He is by Black Country Mush. Oh, very good driving, very, very close there from Black Country Mush. Very great job at not taking out the boss man. It's not what we want to do. And in fact, I'm gonna move my camera off of him so I actually accidentally don't give him the commentator's curse. And how you doing, Billy O'Connor, man? It's been a little while since we have seen you in the chat. For a while there, you were in pretty much all of them. It's great to see you back in here. Yeah, so Gavranovic is doing really good. He's now got himself a 1-second lead over Black Country Mush. So we now have two teammates of Black Country Mush and Deadly Jason trying to fight it out for position. Though this early in the race, it would be more beneficial to their race strategy if they try to work together a little bit. Because if y'all haven't noticed, Tunturi is sneaking up behind them, and Tunturi is very fast. He's a great driver. And so I think what is going to happen here is Black Country Mush is going to be too involved trying to catch Gavra. And he's going to not quite really be able to do it. Deadly Jason is going to be right on top of him, and they're going to forget about Tunturi and be involved with each other. And Tunturi is going to end up being right on top of him. Yeah, as I'm saying it, gap is coming down, now down to 1.4. It was 1.8. The leader's still very close. It's Jack's only 4/10 off. Alright, so we're getting a little bit, y'all, I'm going to be a little quiet here, y'all, because we're getting a little bit of feedback from the chat. on pit strategies and stuff like that. So I'm going to check that out and let y'all know what is going on. But while I'm doing that, this is right here is where we got to go. Play Dutchy 2/10 from Don Rajib. We know Play Dutchy has the talent, but we also know Don Rajib has the talent to keep him fended off for quite some time, as we've seen throughout this season. Play Dutchy's trying to get himself in position, not quite able to do it. Don Rajib and Play Dutchy making use of every inch of that track. These drivers, I do not think are going with the rule of hold 10% back at the moment. I think they are laying it all on the line. Excuse me, y'all. Which, like I said, again, they have this race and 2 more, so if you're going to lay it on the line, it's the time to be doing it. Look on farther down the field. Everyone else has a little bit of a gap. Deadly Jason still right on top of Black Country Mush. Black Country Mush is still trying to catch Gavranovic. ESH is in the pit. Only 7 laps of the 36. He fell on down the grid, I think, a little bit there. I'm wondering if he may have caught a little bit of damage. I would go check on that, but I have to go right up here to It's Jax and Adam Grin, who, once again, 2 other drivers not leaving anything on the table. They are putting it all out. A little bit of a tire rub there. That is some great driving. And just in case anybody is wondering, that was a great example of what is considered appropriate contact. A little bit of a tire scrub. Both drivers did a great job of managing to keep off each other. And no one wrecked. You didn't hurt the other guy's car. You did not alter his course. That's just good racing right there. Adam Grin doing it. Looks like Adam Grin is really feeling the pressure. I'm sorry I'm not talking to you guys in the chat, but I am so involved in this battle right now. I'm trying to, as soon, if they ever give me a break, I promise I am going to look at what y'all have to say. Because I really enjoy y'all's feedback on the pit strategies. It's Jax got the DRS. He's going for it. He's got around him. Is Play Dutchy going to try to take it back immediately? He's trying. See, but now It's Jax is in the hot seat. All the pressure is on It's Jax now. Oh, Adam Grimm going to go up the inside. A little bit of tire smoke. Camera's in a bad position there. I do not think we had any contact. I'm not seeing any damage, so I'm going to go with still fantastic, appropriate contact for less than. Now, Natty G, I can see the chat enough to real quick see that. Yeah, so y'all squint that right eye, look to the left so y'all don't see my spectator box. If y'all aren't doing that, I'm going to be mad and embarrassed that y'all are looking at this thing. And yeah, Adam Grin took that position right back from It's Jax. That was a fantastic move. He really pushed his car right, I think not a little, I was going to say a little bit past the edge, but from where my camera guy was and from what I could see, he took his car quite well over the edge and did a great job of holding on to it. As I'm trying to look to see. Oh, this is a 3-way between It's Jax, Adam Grin, and Play Dutchy right here. So I'm really sorry, everybody in the chat. I still have not got a chance to read y'all's pit strategies predictions, but this is absolutely incredible driving side by side through these. I don't know how they're doing it. If y'all can't tell, they're about to break the commentator here. It's Jax has managed to get out in front of Play Dutchy and Adam Grin. If he can hold on to that 1 second, he'll be safe for... I'll give him 2 laps. I say he's safe for 2 laps. 2 laps, Play Dutchy's going to catch him again. That's my prediction. I got up in a hurry this morning. I hate to say it. I did put on the same socks I had on yesterday. It's just been one of those mornings, so hopefully, I really hope that is not a foot in my mouth comment, but I believe it will take at least 2 laps. Oh no, they're coming into the pit. Alright, so, and there it is. I have to eat a very nasty and crusty sock after the race. Thanks a lot, drivers. It's Jax, Play Dutchie. I appreciate that, guys. It'll take me forever to get that taste out. Alright, so we're on lap 10 of the 36, not quite a third of the way through. We are seeing what the soft tires, or no, I believe the drivers, some of them were all medium, some of them are hard. So I believe Play Dutchie, he's still out, so he started on the mediums. It's Jax. I could have swore It's Jax was on the mediums as well, but it looks like he decided to go on in early. Take the softs. They'll have to change out again. There's no way the softs are going to last. So I guess he plans on finishing out on the hards. Yeah, if y'all can't tell, this is that moment that I'm really missing Toby, my co-commentator. Alright, so while I try to figure that out, I'm going to scratch my head. And, y'all can't see me, so I'm going to take no shame in looking really dumb here while I scratch my head. Get a little bit better figure on these pit strategies so I somewhat know what I'm talking about. And I'm also going to real quick, this will give me a chance to look through the chat and see what everybody's predictions and everything else are. And of course, as always, keep an eye on the drivers and for who y'all want to nominate for driver of the day. I still am looking at Guillotine. I'm still rooting for Guillotine. I really want to see Guillotine get on the board. He's our only driver that has not got on the board, and there's a reason he is in the Super League. It is because he's really talented. So I really, really want to see him get on the board. So he's also got my vote for driver of the day. Alright, so we're going to sit here on... Let's climb on top of Play Dutchie's car. We'll watch him attack this track for a lap or two while I grab a swallow of water and catch up with everyone in the chat. And Natty G just happened to say that because he knew I was looking through the chat. I know he did, and yeah, ESH was going right on by Black Country Mush. I think this is one of those where I believe Toby would look at what's going on with their tires and everything, and I'm probably wrong, I usually am, but so we've got ESH with the 5 laps on his soft tires, Black Country Mush with 11 laps on mediums. So I believe ESH does have Black Country Mush on grip level by a decent amount. And of course, Black Country Mush is one of our fill-ins. He's in the Premier League. And I actually had the pleasure of covering the Premier League the other week. I was extremely impressed. I was blown away by the performance of those drivers. If y'all haven't watched them, after this race is over, go to the GAVRA Racing YouTube channel, and it was yesterday's race, the F1 2019 Premier race, also at the Mexico GP. It was a great race. Those guys in the Premier League raced their asses off. They put it all down. They really do put it on the line. They do a great job. Alright, so I have to admit I still have not quite figured out the pit strategies, but I am seeing Backstab Bison in the chat, and sorry I didn't get to you earlier when you said something about JoJo's tire change. And I think I agree with you. JoJo changing over to the hards should get him, if not all the way to the end, which will really help him make up some positions. It will, if it doesn't get him all the way to the end, it'll get him right up there close to it, and he'll be able to swap over to some softs, I think, and put down those last couple of laps really fast. Oh yeah, Xavier, yeah, the Play Dutchy and Piero tend to have about the same pit strategy, usually. Yeah, like I said earlier, they work together really good. Just like these two right here, Don Rajib and It's Jax, or I'm sorry, Don Rajib and ESSH. They train a lot together. They work a lot together on track. They will help each other catch up to the other drivers. But then when it gets down to the end of the race, yeah, it's no holds barred. It's, you're my teammate, but this is the end of the race, and we're racers. So I'm going to try to beat you, which is always great to see. And yeah, because they're sitting, as you can tell, first and second teammates, fifth and sixth at the moment are teammates. It's Jax is kind of the oddball up in there, but he's doing really good holding on to the third. Pit strategies have definitely separated the grid a little bit, but we're going to go back down here to, really apologize for the super fast camera movement, y'all, but we've got JoJo Power creeping up on Deadly Jason. I really want to make a really bad, cheesy Friday the 13th joke right now, but I'm not. But I really want to. JoJo is really, he's trying to get himself in the position to get the move on Deadly Jason. I do believe we will see this get done here, even though Deadly Jason, I really do think has more grip than JoJo Power at the moment. JoJo Power, if he is not one of the F1 aliens, he is right on the edge of it. He was definitely abducted by aliens, and so that counts a lot. And there he is, 1/10 off. Right behind them, they have one shot, two down, and and there goes JoJo Power around the inside. Oh, Deadly Jason was trying to keep him fended off, not quite able to do it. He gave us a little bit of tire smoke going into both of those turns, which really let one shot, two down close up that gap. And I do have to say, we've got Daza sitting very nice down there in 14th. Crazy's sitting really good in 15th. If Daza makes just a slight mistake, he is going to have Crazy right up on top of him. And and something happened to my man Guillotine. He's down there in 16th. Okay, there it is. He has gone through the pit. Guillotine's grabbing the hard tires. Lap 16, 30 out of the 36. I believe Guillotine is making a risky, but a very good move. And let's face it, I mean, as drivers, we have to take a certain amount of risk like that, or, you know, we never know if we can do it. I'm just laughing at you guys in the chat, sorry. Oh, yep, here's one shot, two down, trying to get a move on JoJo Power. It's going to be close on group levels. I think they're going to be almost about evenly matched. JoJo 14 laps on hards, one shot, two down, 14 laps on mediums. And yeah, I'm trying to look on down through the rest of the field here. Oh, we've got Tunturi going on by Crazy. Oh, because Tunturi just came out on a fresh set of... He's also going for the hards. We're going to see several drivers. Deadly Jason just went in for a set of hards. So we're going to see several drivers, I believe, definitely going to go for the hard tires and go to the distance here. The softs have lasted, I think, about what Natty G has predicted. The mediums, one shot, two down so far, has got the most out of the mediums. It seems some of the other drivers, or almost all the other drivers, really didn't care for the mediums once they got out there and actually had several laps on them a whole lot. They all either just kind of, it seems like they suffered through them and then came in for the hards, or just immediately went right back in for a different compound. Hopefully we won't have a late safety car. I mean, I know it can really suck for the drivers and be aggravating for the drivers when we get a safety car out there, but I mean, but damn though, from my point of view and us watching, the restarts that make it real exciting. It's great to see the restarts at times. Okay, and oh, we got a new person, Steven, in the chat. How you doing? And okay, yeah, he's saying that he saw very similar strategies yesterday in the Premier League. Which, yeah, that does actually make sense. I mean, they're running the same cars. They're running the same track. All the settings are the same. The only difference is a little bit of difference in skill level. And, you know, I hate to say it, but I think the guys in a lot of the guys or drivers in the Premier League are just as fast as a lot of them here in the Super League. The biggest difference I saw was the Premier League was just a little bit more risky with some of its moves. Oh, as we got some great moves going on right here between JoJo Power and One Shot Two Down. One Shot Two Down managed to get around the inside, but JoJo Power was in the position to take it immediately back on the next turn. Sometimes the pass has everything to do with where you've got your car on track and nothing at all to do with how fast you're actually going. Well, I mean, of course, speed does have some to do with it, but y'all know what I mean, as most of y'all watching are drivers. So on a lot of the turns, it's just the way the turn works out. You have your car on the right line, you are going to naturally come out in front. So still, at the moment, One Shot Two Down and JoJo Power are our closest drivers. It's Jax has managed to get out in the lead with a 3.5 second gap over Adam Grin. Adam Grin in second with a 2-second lead over Play Dutchy. Play Dutchy in third with a 6-second gap on Piero. And still, these two drivers right here are really slugging it out at the moment. Like I said, I definitely believe they're very evenly matched on grip right now. Or maybe perhaps were. JoJo Power 17 laps on the hards versus One Shot Two Down 17 laps on his mediums. JoJo Power should still have a good bit of grip. One Shot Two Down, I will imagine, his grip is gonna start running out here very, very soon, I should think. I would think maybe 22 laps at the most for the medium tires, though I could be very wrong. And yeah, sorry y'all for being quiet. I'm catching up with everybody here in the chat. Yep, they're going over talking about points and everything. Still One Shot Two Down, not willing to let him go, but I've got to go right back here to Gavra Novik, man himself, making the move on Black Country Mush, going around the inside. Yep, that right there was all about Gavra Novik just having his car in the right position, and he just naturally took the place. He was just in the right spot on the track. That's all there is to it. Great positioning there. One right in front of them, 1 shot, 2 down, still trying to get that position back from JoJo Power, only 2 tenths off. But we have right now, Black Country Mush is giving GAVRA Novick one hell of a run for his money. He's staying only 3 tenths off of him. So, yeah, I'm going to have to, I really want to go in there and check up on the other drivers, but I've got to stick right here. It is not all that often that I get the pleasure of catching GAVRA Novick in a great battle. So I've got to stick with it. Yeah, Black Country Mush definitely giving him a run for his money. Black Country Mush keeping it nice and safe though. And I do have to say that you can tell that Black Country Mush is really putting the pressure on him, but you can also tell that he does not want to be the guy that crashes out GAVRA Novick. Oh, as Black Country Mush did have the DRS and managed to get by him there on the straight. GAVRA Novick still only 4 tenths off. So GAVRA Novick is within DRS range. He just needs to be able to get to a DRS zone. Black Country Mush giving a little bit of a tire lock up there going in, letting GAVRA Novick close the gap up a little bit more. Black Country Mush is doing everything he can to keep GAVRA Novick fended off at the moment. JoJo Power still only 2 tenths off of 1 shot, 2 down. Those two really are slugging it out, both of them. 19 laps on their tires, 1 shot, 2 down, 19 laps on his mediums. JoJo Power, 19 laps on his hards. And if I'm not mistaken, they can tell what compound their opponent is on, but not how many laps. Therefore, neither one of those drivers has a clue if the other one needs to pit anytime soon. I'm not going to say if one of them needs to or which one, because neither one of them may need to, because the drivers are watching. So I don't want to get into it too much, but yeah, they don't exactly know what's going on with the other driver's pit strategy. So those two are both, I think what's going on with those two is they are both scared to come in the pit. Let's see, JoJo Powers managed to get back in front of him, so I would say at the moment, as there we have GAVRA Novick getting by Black Country Mush once again. Oh, Black Country Mush went very wide though. Nice recovery though, keeping it nice and safe. Is really trying to keep the pressure on GAVRA Novick. GAVRA Novick is got himself tied up in one hell of a battle here. I don't know if he's going to be able to shake Black Country Mush for a minute. They could be kind of locked in there. But JoJo Power and 1 shot, 2 down, because 1 shot, 2 down is only 4 tenths off of JoJo Powers. I believe both of those drivers are just scared to go into the pit. They're waiting for one. So for instance, 1 shot, 2 down is right behind JoJo Power. So I would think that his strategy at the moment is, well, if JoJo Power's in front of me, as soon as I see him go into the pit, I will drop into the pit. But until I see him go in, I'm not going in. Oh, and as I say that, I'm not sure exactly what has happened there, but 1 shot, 2 down has dropped a couple of positions. Oh, I believe it could possibly just be his grip has finally just gone right on off the cliff. He is on 21 laps on the set of mediums. It's a lot of laps. Lap 24 of the 36. JoJo's Power's decision to go with the hards at the beginning have definitely paid off so far, but he is up to 21 laps. I don't know. I don't know about putting 30 some odd laps on one set of hard tires. That is going to be really tough to do. GAVRA Novick still managing to keep Black Country Mush fended off. So yeah, I really want to go up here and give a rundown on the whole field, but I can't leave this battle right here. I mean, Black Country Mush is just making himself seen in every mirror. There he is going down the inside, going into turn 1. He did have the DRS, so he has managed to get in front of Gavranovic. Only 2/10 of a distance. 2/10 of a difference, though. Yep, and that means I need to mute my mic, and I will be right back. Yeah, everybody in the chat, that's kind of what I was thinking. The amount of laps JoJo has on those hards at the moment, 22 laps. I mean, I believe he can definitely stay out a few more laps, but I agree, those hards have really have to be giving him trouble for grip at the moment. He does have a 9-second lead over Black Country Mush, but hey, we've got Black Country Mush on the softs with only 9 laps. Gavranovic on the softs, Before You Die on the softs. Looks like Gavranovic's going to come on into the pit. I'm going to assume, yep, he's going to grab the mediums. He is definitely going to stay out for the distance. And he should be able to make up some nice little positions. Black Country Mush will definitely have to come back in and pit again. Excuse me, y'all. So yeah, we'll see. We're going to see Gavra move back up to about where he was. I'm predicting we should see him at least back up somewhere around 8th, possibly 7th position. Somewhere right around about where Black Country Mush is sitting. And yeah, and that is one thing, Xavier, I always do forget about, especially in these cars, as they do get the fuel level down. It has a dramatic impact on the wear on the tires. Alright, and Backstab Bison says he's thinking about 28 laps for JoJo on the hards, which will put him, see, that would be 5 more laps. That would put him only using about half of the laps available on a set of soft tires. So he would actually have a whole lot of grip. He would not have to worry about his grip level falling off the cliff at some point, which could work really, really good. Yep, there. Well, no, he's going ahead and taking them now. He's thinking he can go ahead and make the last 9 laps with the softs, which I do believe he can do. So we will definitely see him making up some positions, as he is only 1 second behind One Shot Two Down. We know One Shot Two Down on the mediums, he'll be out for the duration of the race. The only ones I'm really thinking about now, I don't want to move the camera off of One Shot Two Down yet. He's only 8/10 from Before You Die. JoJo Power only 8/10 from One Shot Two Down. JoJo Power's definitely got the grip on One Shot Two Down at the moment. But once again, excuse me, y'all. Yeah, because we have JoJo on the softs, One Shot Two Down on the mediums. That's gonna be... It's gonna be tough. I think I'm gonna have to put my money on JoJo though. If it came down to just skill level, I could not. I'd have to flip a coin. But JoJo is on the soft tires, so I think that's gonna give him one hell of a benefit right there. This is going to be possibly be a back marker that they are coming up on at the moment. I believe it is. Because because it is saying one shot before you die is 28 seconds out in front of him. Which doesn't seem quite right. So, the timings on the left are a little off at the moment. Let's go up here to play Dutchie because we now have a battle for first and second. This is what we've been wanting to see all night. It's getting close to the end of the race. These drivers will start really putting the pressure on each other. Oh, and there they go right there. Neither one of them willing to give an inch. Oh, no, wait a minute. Yeah, that's right. Adam Grin is up to 18, 19 laps on a set of mediums, so he is definitely going to have to go in and pit. I believe it's a safe bet to say he's going to end up grabbing... I'm thinking, yep, the soft tires. Sorry about that, y'all. Piero, though. Piero, Play Dutchie and Piero, it's going to be close with both of those teammates with the laps they have on those hard tires. It's going to be really close. They're going to be getting close to the edge of the grip level that's available for the hards, but I'm thinking they can do it. I mean, if there's a team on here that's going to make them last that long and manage to pull out a first and a second place win, it's going to be Play Dutchie and Piero. Let's just look on down the track. Yep, because there we are with still Joe. Yep, there's JoJo finally going to try to get the move done on one shot, two down the inside. He still has to make it stick through the turn. And he made it through, yep, all through 3 turns and managed to come out in front. Not very easy to do. Let's see, yeah, one shot, two down. JoJo Power still right on top of each other. JoJo Power closing in big time on Before You Die. This is going to be very interesting. Before You Die is also a really good driver. He has that really mean Red Bull car. We know those things do not lack for power. JoJo, though, in my favorite, the Alfa Romeo. Yep, JoJo right on top of Before You Die. I believe we're going to see this done here. Yep, going into turn 1. Oh no, Before You Die is managing to hold on to his lead. Nope, JoJo Power's right next to him. I believe these two are basically neck and neck at the moment. Oh, nope, JoJo Power did manage to get in front of him just a little bit. Before You Die now under massive pressure from one shot, two down. I'm not sure on this one now. Before You Die has 6 laps on his softs, one shot, two down, 6 laps on the mediums. I think one shot, two down is probably going to have a little bit more grip than Before You Die at the moment. But if he does, it's not going to be very big. It's going to be a minuscule amount. Spread out. Oh, nope. We got to go right back down here to the back of the pack because Tunturi is closing in on Crazy. Tunturi, also one of the drivers I have thoroughly enjoyed commentating on this season. He's done a magnificent job. Still trying to get himself up into the position to get a move done. Not quite able to get there just yet. Before You Die, only 5/10 from Black Country Mush. One shot, two down, 2 seconds off JoJo Power. Deadly Jason 1.5 seconds from Tunturi. And those are our closest battles at the moment. 4 laps left in this race. And this is about that time where I am going to start prepping for the podium. As we've got Tunturi and Crazy really battling it out very hard here. Crazy managing to take the lead. Tunturi keeping up with him, only 5/10 off still. Got a really nice battle going on here for 12th and 13th position. As long as they don't mess around too much, Deadly Jason will not catch up with them. Wow. Yeah, no, I agree, Natty. The drivers have been doing a great job, and and I missed whatever it was that happened to my man Guillotine, who I was cheering for. My vote still goes for Guillotine, but as always, y'all are the viewers. Y'all's votes matter much more than mine, so y'all's vote will definitely override anything that I want to vote for. So yeah, y'all keep an eye on them and keep somebody picked out. As usual, I do ask to try to give it to someone not on the podium, because part of the driver of the day is about recognizing the other driver's talents. Alright, so far we have, yes, I'm going to be sitting here talking to myself. I'm going to subject y'all to that. I am talking to myself while I get the podium ready, because these drivers are closing in. We have 3 laps left. Play Dutchie's currently in the lead. He won last week's race. Oh, Piero also was, it looks like he was second in last week's race. Unless something dramatic happens, I don't see those two getting knocked out of their position. It's Jax. Could be under threat from Adam Grin, though. And I'm fixing to move my camera up there to look at those two, I believe. I agree, Quasim. I think Play Dutchie this could be the one that cinches him the championship right here. Let's see here. Who is very close out on track at the moment? It looks like Before You Die is trying to close in on 1 shot 2 down, but I'm going to go up here to Adam Grin, because Adam Grin does still have a shot at taking that 3rd place position from It's Jax. Though it's going to be really close. No, y'all can vote for whoever y'all want to backstab Bison, but I do ask that you try to vote for someone not on the podium, because, yeah, like I said, part of the driver of the day is about recognizing the other drivers that are not on the podium. It's about recognizing their talent as well. But no, if y'all vote for someone on the podium, I will not. Then that is who y'all will have as your driver of the day. Y'all are the viewers, and y'all make the choice. But you better make it quick. You got 1 lap. Not to push y'all or anything. And because we're down to the 1 lap, I have to go up here to Play Dutchie. Alright, so it's looking like we've got kind of a little bit of a split here between Play Dutchie and JoJo. And there's also a vote for It's Jax in there. Ethan says, how you doing? It's good to see you in the chat too, man. I appreciate you voting for driver of the day. Ethan is voting for JoJo as well. So that basically we've got, more or less, we've got a tie between JoJo and Play Dutchy. I'm not sure who made up the most places. At this point, it'll only give us what the last few laps are, I believe. That's a good question, AP Techers. I tell y'all what. How about this? JoJo is in 9th. Let's make JoJo. I will make him. Let me get him in position for driver of the day, and I will move my vote from guillotine to driver of the day because we are fixing to be out of time for the vote, and JoJo Power has drove his ass off. He always does. I love watching JoJo Power race. And don't let him know, I just like saying JoJo Power. I mean, let's just face it. Play Dutchy should be coming around for his win. Oh yeah, he slowed it down. He gave us a little bit of a show. Yep, Play Dutchy across the line for the win. Piero was coming in 2nd. Adam Grin coming in 3rd. It's Jax is going to finish in 4th. We've got to stay on Don Raziv, see if we can catch him coming across the line. Get there. Yep, there comes Don Rajiv in 5th. ESH coming around the last turn in 6th. Y'all are killing me with these votes right here at the end. I already gave it to JoJo. I mean, y'all can't see that yet, but I kind of already put his graphics in there. If I did have Toby with me, I would have a little bit more time to change it around, and I would definitely change it. ESH across the line. We've got, yep, there is 1 shot, 2 down coming across the line. Oh, and yeah, if y'all couldn't tell, I hit that button just a little bit late. I'm going to make a better transition for that. There are your winners and the podium. Play Dutchy once again with 1st. His teammate Piero again followed him right in on 2nd. And Jordy and Quazim, I love those, the champagne bottle emojis. Those are freaking awesome. It's Jax in 3rd, and JoJo Power had an amazing race. He finished with the driver of the day. And let's pop that off of there real quick. So yeah, there we were with Play Dutchy in 1st, Piero in 2nd, Adam Grin 3rd, It's Jax 4th, Don Rajiv 5th, ESH 6th, 1 shot 2 down is 7th, JoJo 8th, Before You Die Night, Black Country Mush 10th, Deadly Jason 11th, Tunturi 12th, 13th was Daza, 14th Guillotine, 15th Meth Boy, 16th Kobayashi, 17th Kebab, 18th Gavra Novik, 19th Crazy. And those were all of our drivers that made it to the end. And there we go, little something to talk over. And I have to say that was a great race. Turn 1 was a little hectic for a few of the drivers, which was unfortunate. But we did see JoJo Power was involved in that, and he managed to have one hell of a recovery. It was fantastic. And yeah, I'm just laughing at some of the people talking in the chat. And everyone, I missed my shameless advertisement through the whole race. I never did get a chance to do it. The drivers kept me that involved the whole time. So, real quick, shameless advertisement, because if you're in GAVRA Racing and you've talked to me even just a little bit, then you know I have literally no shame whatsoever. So, shameless advertisement. Go to the website, gavraracing.altavista.org. Gavra Novik has been on there. He's been adding lots of new information on all the current events, the upcoming events. Like I said, we've had a lot of leagues that just started. Some of them still may have positions open if you want to sign up, and if you do, all the information is on the website, as well as a link to join our Discord down at the bottom, along with a link to the Patreon site if you wish to become a Patreon supporter and help support what we do here and put on the shows. And what else? Yeah, see, I've been talking the whole time. I missed my co-commentator, Toby. As y'all can even see on the screen, I've got him a nice little bar up there for his name, and which, like my slideshow wouldn't have worked quite right because I forgot to set his to his mic, and they're both going off on mine. Yeah, gonna have a long talk with myself after this is done. But yeah, all the links for the website and the Discord and everything are in the description below. So, check them out, and definitely make sure you hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already. It has been my goal to get us up to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the season, and we are on a fantastic track for that. I believe I looked before this broadcast, and we were at about 840. I believe. Started the season at, I believe, about 650 or 7. So we're on a great track to get up to that 1,000 subscriber mark. So y'all please help us reach that mark. It'd be great for the community to actually, if we can get up to that landmark. And I guess past that, wow. Toby always introduces us and calls us out. I don't know how to end the show. There's nobody to call us out of here. Alright, y'all. Y'all just going to have to suffer with it. I'm going to do the best I can. I have been Jukebox. Thank y'all very much for tuning in, and a huge thanks goes out to y'all, the viewers, the GAVRA Racing Administration, Gavra Novik himself, and all the work that GAVRA and the administrators do to organize all of this for us to do. And yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed it. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for the Janetta race. It is the Janetta Evolution, and I believe this is, I'm trying to think of where they are. They're on their third leg, so they should be evolving into the GT3 Janettas. So really exciting to watch. It's going to be great races. And then Thursday we have the new Gran Turismo Sport League, the Ferrari F33 SP on Project Cars, I believe the Project Cars Academy as well, and the F1 2019 Freshman League as well. And then Friday, make sure y'all tune in definitely for Cypher Knight and Dutch Muso for the GT3s. And we've got a couple of administrators that race into that. We've got a couple of aliens. It's great racing. Check it out. Toby will be racing in it. Y'all watch him or y'all watch him or one of the other guys. I highly recommend watching Joe Black. Very good driver. Just as long as you don't watch me, I recommend watching every driver on the track but me. But anyway, I've been Jukebox. Thank y'all all so much for watching. And if you couldn't tell, I really didn't know how to end the show. Good night.